Radical responsibility will give you everything that you want in life. What do I mean by this? So think to what you can control and what you can't. For instance, we can't control the weather. We can't control other people's actions, though we may like to believe that we can. We can't control how other people perceive us. So what can we control? We can control our thoughts, we can control our words, we can control our actions, we can control our behaviors, and the way that we perceive things ourselves. So what I mean by taking radical responsibility for your life means taking responsibility for every decision that you ever make and the outcome that comes of it, even if it's the outcome that you don't want. And why do I say this? Why don't I just say, oh, just feel bad for yourself. Just blame everyone else of why it didn't work. Just throw yourself a pity party and feel really shitty about yourself and your life circumstances. I'm not going to tell you that. You know why? Because that's not going to get you anywhere. That is not going to improve a single damn thing other than help yourself go in a spiral, excuse my language, help yourself go in a spiral of why your life is not the way you want it. So what I like to believe, and I know I read this in a book, I feel like there was a tiger on it, but I couldn't find the book. So anyway, I'm just gonna go off of memory, but essentially it is about taking responsibility for everything in your life. That life isn't happening to me, it's happening because of me. Or we've heard this before as well, life is happening for me. But if you decide to say life is happening because of me, that is where your power lies. That is where you have control. That is where you take your power back. And so when you take responsibility for everything that happens in your life, the good and the bad, that is where you have the most control, the most power to make your life the way you want it. So how many times do we see people that their life is not that great. Their life is not how maybe they want it to be. And they point the finger at everyone else except for who? Themselves. They have the one finger pointed here, but they forget that there's three fingers pointed back at them. They like to blame, they like to play the blame game and point at everyone else instead of taking that full responsibility for their actions and their life choices, their decisions. So instead of being like most of the population, many people, I like to think of being a part of the 1% or part of people who are more successful in their thinking and successful in their behaviors. I like to model excellence. Most of those people take radical responsibility for their lives. And that's to say, for all the shitty stuff taking responsibility for, even if it wasn't technically your fault, it is still on you to take responsibility, because then that gives you power and choice to do things differently. In responsibility lies choice. In responsibility lies power. And if you are sitting here pointing the finger at everyone else except for yourself, then you are giving your power away. You are saying, that person out there made me do this. That person out there has authority over me and my mind and my choices, my behavior. I personally cannot handle that. I cannot stand that. I just believe in taking full accountability and full responsibility for everything that happens in my life. Because when it's shitty, then I get to make a new choice. And I also, that means, get to take full responsibility for when things do go right, for when I do get what I want, for when life does go my way. So that is a yummy, cherishable thing. But you know what I mean? That is a desirable outcome as well. That instead of pointing the finger and saying, well, I'm successful because of that, and that, it's like, okay, maybe that was part of the story, but at the end of the day, I'm the one that showed up. I'm the one that put in the work. I'm the one that built my mind. I'm the one that did the thing in order to achieve the outcome. And that feels pretty damn good as well. So ask yourself, where are you at on this spectrum of accountability and personal responsibility? Are you somebody that likes to take full responsibility for your life and for your actions, your thoughts, your behaviors? Or are you somebody that likes to place the blame on other people? Are you somebody that looks outside of yourself and says, that person or this thing or this situation is out of my hands, and this is why my life is shit? This is why I don't have control. This is why I'm powerless. And notice how that feels in your body. How does it feel to think the power is outside of you? Tell me. Write in the comments below what that feels like versus how does it feel when, hey, I know that thing didn't go how I would have liked to have gone. I know that situation didn't turn out how I wanted, but I'm going to take responsibility in my part in it, the choices I made, the words I said, and I'm going to take my power and use it to make a new decision now moving forward. And I think so many people miss that part of the game, that it isn't just everything goes my way, and when I win, then rah, rah, go me. And then when it doesn't go my way, I want to point the finger and blame outside circumstances for it not turning out the way I wanted it to. So in radical responsibility lies your power and choice. And I believe when we have choice, that is where the greatest happiness lies, because one choice is no choice, especially if you're giving your power away. One choice is no choice. Two choices, that's a dilemma. If you give yourself at least three choices, now you truly have choice. And so if something didn't turn out the way you wanted, you have at least two other options. And just keep asking yourself the questions of what else could be true? What else can I do? What do I do next? How do I make this happen? And knowing that questions are the answer. So if something didn't turn out the way you wanted, you can take inventory of that if you like to write it down, or ask yourself, okay, I didn't like that. It sucked. And you can be honest about it. You don't have to live with these rose-colored glasses all the time. But you can take inventory and say, I didn't like how I behaved there, or I didn't like that situation. That really pissed me off. That really upset me. And I'm going to make a new choice next time. And I'm going to do something different in the future by taking full responsibility for it. Write down how that feels in your body. How does it feel to have choice? How does it feel to have power in your behavior, in your decisions, in your thoughts, in your actions? That feels pretty damn good if you ask me. That feels powerful. That feels enriching. I feel like I have true authority over my own life when I do that. So ask yourself that. Then when you make your new choice, that is on you, and you get to be proud of yourself for that new choice that you made. You get to be proud of yourself for making decisions that serve you and cause you to win at life, or just have life turn out in the beautiful way because you showed up, you made the changes, you changed the behavior, you changed your thoughts, and you created this beautiful life for yourself because you took full responsibility. So if you guys are new here, my name is Megan May. I have many passions, and so on this YouTube channel, I like to talk about self-development, spirituality, things that help us to grow as a human being. I am certified in neuro-linguistic programming as well as double certified in hypnosis. So let me know in the comments below if you guys are liking these kind of videos and what type of videos you want to see from me next. And thank you so much for watching. If you want to send this to somebody that might find it useful, I would really appreciate it. It helps the channel. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.